Afternoon. How you doing? Well, evening actually.
Yeah, it's getting a little dark out here.
Oh yeah. And how has your week been? Your July 4th weekend been so far?
It is quiet and calm and peaceful in my house.
No doubt, no doubt. So shoot. So basically, you were telling me that you ain't been this long,
No, I have
and
not.
and you were telling me about your interesting beginnings. I must admit.
Yeah.
Um, So we gonna just jump right straight into it before I even do my schematics.
Uh-huh.
What brought you to the business?
It actually dropped in my lap last year, last March, right before the COVID lockdowns hit in March. I got a job offer for a local photographer to model for him for boudoir photography, just so he could, use the pictures for his business. And that I'm a plus size woman, so it opens up his doors to other clients. And it just happened to fall in my lap. And then I got another offer. So I just
Hmm.
kept going with it. And then I got such positive feedback that I started an OnlyFans page to show the more risque pictures that we took, since social media doesn't let us do that.
Mm,
And yeah, and then it got positive feedback there, and I just kept going.
most definitely. So with that being said, let me do my usual, and we can get
Yes,
this thing really cracking. Okay.
gotcha.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Smokers Lounge here on Anchor, the perfect app for anyone who's trying to start their own podcasting career. All you have to do is download the Anchor app on your phone or get a profile on anchor.fm and start podcasting today and get distributed on multiple platforms. And you can start making money today and it's free to set up. So go to Anchor, find it, the purple little symbol with the white or I think yellow or orange wave, and go ahead and start making money podcasting today. I am your host, Kavanaugh, the porn rap star, the Southern champ. You know what it is. All you got to do is go to allmylinks.com/porn rap star, where you can find all my porn, listen to all my music, follow me on social media, as well as listen to and find all the places where my podcast is at. Also, we are sponsored by the Facebook of the LS community. I'm talking about lsworld.com, the perfect place for anyone who's trying to start their life in the BDSM and swinging lifestyle. So you can go there and get yourself a profile, mingle with kink-minded people like yourself, and even find events that you might could attend to start your journey in the lifestyle today. We're also a proud member of a GW District Black Podcast Network, multiple podcasts that give you the Black experience. Plus, while you're there, you can go ahead and get some shopping done, as they have over 500 Black retailers and sellers that you can pick and buy from. We talk about health, beauty, books, you name it, they got it. All you got to do is go to shopgwdistrict.com. That's shopgwdistrict.com. Buy black, support black businesses so we can build the black economy, so we can create generational wealth. Now I'm going to step back and let this wonderful lady introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Kat Phoenix, model from the Philadelphia area, and I'm here talking to Kavanaugh.
So, when your first photo shoots, because you did photo shoots at first
Yes,
before you even did any video,
yes,
what type of photos were they, and say what was your feeling going into your gig?
gotcha. It was boudoir type photography. It was all lingerie and some tastefully done nude photography. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, it was to help the photographer build his business, and I took the opportunity, never
Mm.
having this opportunity before, as I'm not exactly 20 anymore. I'm actually 41. So I
Mhm.
never had this opportunity growing up or in my 20s, because
Mhm.
we were always told growing up that big girls couldn't do porn, couldn't do modeling, because we weren't the skinny rails that everybody expected beauty to be.
Which is interesting because I was about to say that with you being a BBW, how did it make you feel? Did it build your confidence even more once you saw the pictures and you did the photo shoot?
Absolutely. I'm pretty confident myself even before going into this. But this just gave me that extra boost to do it publicly, not just with my, local partners here. It gave me that little bit of boost to go public with my body, which is something I would have never, ever done until this modeling opportunity last year.
Okay. So immediately after that, well, not immediately after that, after you said a couple of gigs, these was paid gigs, aren't correct?
Well, they were trade for print.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like a $600 value that I got for free, essentially.
Now, how important is it to do a trade for print starting out?
Starting out, it is.
Go ahead.
It's pretty important, at least from what I'm learning, because it builds your portfolio and gives you the experience of working with multiple different photographers, whether it be female, male, doesn't matter. It just gives you that experience of working with different people.
So what made you decide, okay, I did pictures, let me move into video?
It was actually, I posted most of the nude pictures on the OnlyFans when I started that page last September, because you can't post that stuff on social media. Yeah. And I didn't have a Twitter at the time. So once I did that, I had, private solo videos that I had in my, collection already for my lovers that I have here. And so I just started posting those when I got positive feedback on the nude photos on my OnlyFans.
So what made you, who told you or pointed you in the direction to get an OnlyFans?
Well, I've been seeing it on some of the models that I follow on Instagram. And I just started building from there when I started seeing how successful their OnlyFans was and how they were doing it. I didn't really follow them, but I kind of went in that direction anyway by starting the page, not knowing where it would go. I had no expectations of where any of this was going to go.
So, of course, I mean, this business is bad. And this comes from a guy that's been in the business for close to well over 2 decades. Excuse me, 2 decades. So when you start doing the navigating of OnlyFans, like what did you find out from doing OnlyFans that helped you craft the content that you put on OnlyFans?
Gotcha. I really went with more solo stuff because I saw that the terms of service on their site and some of the requirements for having partners on your videos and publishing them was a little too much for a solo creator like myself. So, and when I started seeing my fans react to different videos, whether it be I'm playing with toys or I'm just, using my hands or just, showing my whole body off in front of the mirror, I went with whatever my fans were demanding.
Now, with that being said, do you have any other platform that your stuff is on?
Well, with all this OnlyFans controversy going on, I have still an OnlyFans, but not that I'm kind of like jumping ship here, but I am heading more towards just for fans. Because they're run by sex workers. So I like where their page is taking things.
Okay, no doubt. So, because the reason why I say that, because with OnlyFans now heading to boot off sex workers, and even though girls are doing solo because of their terms, they're eventually going to get booted off. So, how important you're finding out the importance of putting your stuff on different platforms? And explain how you're noticing how important that is now versus when you first got in the game.
Yep. When I first got on Twitter, I'd say around November, I started seeing other platforms available, which I didn't know were available. And so from OnlyFans in January, I started a ManyVids, an MV page, and I did successful on there for a while. But then their terms of service started changing and started to become more strict. So I jumped ship there. And I also wasn't making as much as I could have been making on other platforms.
And why did you feel that way?
Just the terms of service were getting too, I don't want to say wordy, but they were becoming more rigorous to deal with. For a small creator like me. For a big creator, I would say, they'd probably deal with the terms of service. I, as a small creator, I can't. I need to go where the money's going.
No, because see, here's the thing with people with ladies like yourself must understand. Guys like me that be in the business, actually the way they turn, the business is turning away from producers. It's turning more towards solo creators,
Mm-hmm.
even on the male side of things, because they're asking us for paperwork that,
Mm-hmm.
one, in the case of OnlyFans, we understand they changed up the paperwork.
Yes.
So now you got guys who've been doing this for 2 decades. Ain't no way in hell we're gonna find all the girls that we shot over the 2 decades to get. You get
Right.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly why I'm not posting anything with, the current lovers. They give me permission to,
Mhm,
record stuff, but, being able to track them down after a while,
mhm. Now,
becomes an issue.
now, the other thing of it is, have you ever thought about doing a model central, but where you actually where they give you a standalone site?
I am looking into that actually. I'm looking at their terms of service, looking at what their payout is
Mhm,
and everything. And I'm getting ready to go to them. It's just a matter of I haven't had the time in the
mhm.
last couple of weeks since
Well,
summer
I
started.
well I know this supposed to be an interview, or what have you, but just because I'm a guy that love giving knowledge, do that.
Yes.
The reasoning why, so people can understand, they're not worried about having a standalone site enables you to be able to maneuver better because you they know whoever run that site is controlling the content that's going on there. Versus if you're on a X videos or a Pornhub, what have you. Don't get it twisted. It's good to have those because the monetization of the videos.
Yes. And
You
that's
know.
another reason why I'm drawn to it. It's just I haven't had the time. This summer
Yeah.
seems to be getting busy.
Most definitely. So are you planning to do more boy girl?
I am with my main partner. We're currently in a long distance relationship, and once my
Hmm.
move happens to him, then we will be creating content together. He was
Hmm.
doing porn before in his 20s, years and
Okay.
years and years ago, so he knows what the requirements are,
Hmm.
and he'd be comfortable with that.
So are you looking to work with other people besides him or just him? And if it's just him, please explain to the listeners why.
Okay. Well, I have considered and I have been approached by several male creators, and as much as I want to, I just simply don't have the time to travel to other people, to have them
Hmm.
travel to me, setting up times to do it, getting all the required testing done, which I do on my own anyway. But it's
Hmm.
just coordinating all that and having a trust between people,
Hmm.
and then so it's easier. I want to say easier to do it with my current partner when that time happens because I know him, I trust him, and he's not going to affect anything else in my life, like timing, schedules, that kind of
Hmm.
stuff.
So be it that, I mean, I don't know necessarily where your lover live at or what have you.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm not putting it out there so people
Yeah.
can know. Cause me and her had we had conversations off off mic.
Yes.
You kind of move into an area where it's a hotbed for porn anyway. So you
Yes.
might have an opportunity to work with other male talents. Be it that your partner is with you, is he closed off to that? Um,
No, he's not. We're actually in a polyamorous, non-monogamous relationship, so he
mhm.
supports anything I do, whether
now,
personal or business.
now, with that segue, now explain how being in a polyamorous relationship kind of helps being in the porn business in many ways.
Well, so being polyamorous, it's my first time being openly polyamorous. I'm coming out of
Okay.
a 13-year marriage that was not good for my being. So, and then I met this person who was already in a polyamorous situation, and he's shown me so many things that um, we can do, that we can live separately. We don't
Mm-hmm.
have to be that codependent energy of having to clear everything with the other partner,
Mm-hmm.
and be showing this, that we're already in an energy where we're okay with what the other partner does physically, whether it be with another
Mm-hmm.
partner or with me being in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, uh, he's I don't know really how to explain it other than we're okay with everything we do because it's
Yeah,
open and it's honest and it's honest communication.
yeah,
That's the biggest thing.
because the thing about being in a poly is that both parties must one get something out of it, and two must be comfortable with the other person getting something out of
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. And it's the communication too. I mean, with any relationship being romantic or
Mhm,
platonic, you've got to have that communication open.
mhm.
Um, because you have to establish your boundaries and establish, what you want out of something because you can't just put that expectation on another person and not tell them.
Mhm. So, with that being said, how can I put this? Do y'all bring people to your bedroom, or y'all pretty much just keep it separate?
So we live a few states apart, like you and I discussed yesterday,
Yeah. Mhm,
and um, it's for us. It's not all about the sex. It's about the connection
mhm,
and our love for one another because not everybody's used to the unconditional love that he and I have.
mhm,
So we don't usually bring other people into the bedroom when we're together.
mhm,
Our connection is so powerful. It
mhm.
there's no room for anybody else when we're together. When we're apart,
Yeah.
that's another thing. I have a play partner up here,
Mhm,
where I am, and he does too. So
mhm.
we can have that separate energy and not have to mix each other's partners or metamors as they're called.
Yeah, because I think because people automatically assume that when you in a poly that you and your husband y'all play together, y'all go to swing events, this and third, and not every poly relationship or marriage or wherever you call it is like that. Can you speak to that?
Yes, actually, I recently Willow Smith, Jada and Will Smith's daughter, had talked about that the poly relationship is not all about sex
Yeah.
for the most part. It is more about being able to express your love to different people in different ways because not everybody expresses love in the same way. So, as much as I'm getting a lot of stuff out of this partner, out of this, my man, eh, my main partner, I have other play partners that um, I get different energy out of.
Hmm.
So, and we talk about, different things that I wouldn't talk about with my partner because it's not
Hmm.
his interest.
Hmm.
So, um,
And basically monogamy, and I've been said this to me, monogamy is mental more than physical. It's just us as humans,
yes,
we make it physical.
yes, exactly. And monogamy is the default of the society
Yeah.
when poly is more flexible. I was in a monogamous marriage and that wasn't working. So,
It's
yeah.
funny how when you get older you find out things about yourself, and that's why I
Yep.
always say it's about your mate adjusting to your changes.
Yes. And allowing those changes to happen
Yeah,
between
and
us both.
embracing them.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Okay.
And both my main partner and I are kinky, and my other partner and I are kinky, but we have different ways. So with my main partner, do BDSM. With the other partner, I don't. It's more sensual. So
So
if
with
that
that
makes
being
sense.
said, so with that, you like I said, not being in the game, where, what's next? Where you want to take this? Like to a certain extent, do you want to work with major companies? Do you want to keep it to an independent level? Where do you see yourself taking the adult film industry?
Ideally, actually, I am inspired by Jenna James. She has
Okay.
been in the industry and kept it independent for 20
Hold
years.
on, hold on, hold on. People, Jenna
Yeah.
James, she better get a Hall of Fame because this is like the 10th female that mentioned her got
Yes.
an interview. Now go ahead.
Yes, I would aspire to be her if I do keep going in this industry. It all depends on what the universe puts in front of me. I have no expectations. Yeah, if it keeps going long term, great. If it doesn't, then I'll move on to the next thing because I have a ton of backup passions that I do in my daily life.
Hmm. So shoot. So with branding, how did you come up with cat vixen and how you right now learning how to brand yourself?
I'm just keeping myself authentic. So Cat is my real name. It's Catherine, but everybody calls me Cat. Phoenix.
Phoenix,
Once
I'm
I
sorry, Phoenix. I don't
yeah,
know why I said vixen. My bad.
you're okay. So Phoenix, being the bird that rises from the ashes. And last year when I started this, I was rock bottom. Depression was taking over, anxiety was taking over, and when I came up out of this, when I started the modeling, I started to come up and reinvent myself into this more confident female.
Yeah. So, and two, how doing porn actually help with your mental health? Because a lot of people don't realize sometimes porn actually helps mental health more so than hurt it.
It does. For me, it does because I've always been a sexual person. I've just never had the outlet to actually express it publicly. I grew up in a Christian family. That sex wasn't anything that we actually talked about. So I'm able to express that through the modeling, through the nude modeling, through the OnlyFans, in a healthy way.
Yeah,
And
because to me it's like one, it helps with your confidence.
yes,
Because did you know how much or how popular BBW stars were in the adult film industry prior to getting into this business?
no, I did not. And that's kind of what gave me the confidence when I started following more BBWs and seeing how popular we really were. I was like, oh hey, I can do this too. Because like I said before earlier in the interview, that growing up, big girls weren't supposed to be doing porn. We were always told that it was only always the thinner people that were the ones doing porn and doing modeling, because that's what society deemed beautiful.
Yeah, because well, a lot of ladies don't understand that. Actually, we want to be honest. BBW was the first one that really had sites. BBWs was the first one that was actually making money as content creators on porn,
Hmm.
and it, it's kind of like people don't realize that that market has always been around. It just
Yes,
ain't nothing new. It's becoming more normalized and people becoming to like it more.
yes. Yeah, it's becoming that more mainstream to where it's not a shock to see a big woman or a BBW doing porn, being open with her body, and being confident.
Most definitely. So with you, I see that you make yourself look good. I see you also make a point to to give variety in your content. Speak to you making yourself you switching for how can I put this? You're creating a sex symbol, and where do you come up with the ideas for your content?
It's whatever mood I'm in. Really, that's how my authentic self is. I am a Sagittarius, and I love doing things spontaneously. I love anything to do with sex, and whatever strikes my mood, I do it and film it, and that's pretty much how I keep my content authentic, real, and differentiated.
Yeah. So shoot. So when you like when you finally hook up with your let's just say your significant other, your man,
Yes.
you know, uh, like we know you're gonna do boy girl, but like, are y'all planning to do like try to take the boundaries, like maybe do outdoor stuff? Y'all planning to do role play stuff? Because be it that you are with this person and y'all doing content together, that way able you to get a lot of content.
Yes, that is something we haven't discussed what we would be doing yet. I know
Hmm.
I personally, as a kinkster, would love to explore outdoor play. Or even like public groups like swingers clubs. We're both swingers. We both
Hmm.
met on the FetLife website, so we have a lot of things we do want to explore, including group stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
So now, here's the other thing. What you doing, boy, girl, did was something that you wanted to do. as far as boy girl, or did you feel pressure from fans to do boy girl?
No, that's all me.
Okay.
I am a hypersexual person, and my preference is a person with a penis, or with a dick. That's my preference. I'm bi-curious, but I do prefer men, or a person with a penis.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's more pleasurable to me.
Mm-hmm. So shoot. So have you worked with other females? Or are you willing to work with other females with collabos?
Yes,
Um.
I
Mm-hmm.
am. I am. I have done, multiple threesomes in my personal life with females, and that's been fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't had the chance to explore it further. I think that was like at least 3 years ago I started doing threesomes. So
Oh,
yeah,
and
so it wasn't even.
how that came about? How that came about? You said you.
I met a couple on a website similar to FetLife, and they invited me to hang out, and we ended up having a threesome. I was their unicorn, as it's termed, and it worked for a few months. It was like just at the time I was getting out of my marriage, so I was exploring everything I could sexually,
Mm-hmm.
and that it was interesting. It was definitely interesting. I didn't actually play directly with the woman, um,
Mm-hmm.
but I did, touch her and do that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much detail I can actually get into,
Yeah.
but
Oh no, 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 no. It's unsaid. You getting all the detail you want. We want the detail. Go ahead. Don't
so
be. Don't.
I love a good pair of breasts. I will fully admit I love playing with another woman's breasts, or another
Mm-hmm.
person who has breasts. That I totally love, and love being touched. It doesn't matter by who. I love being
Mm-hmm.
touched and being the center of attention. So she was touching on me, and
Mm-hmm.
but where I wasn't really reciprocating other than her breasts and kissing her. Um,
He said, I ain't got that.
yeah,
I ain't graduated there yet.
yeah. um, and then we use toys on each other. So,
Mm-hmm.
I am down for doing girl content, if
Mm-hmm.
the opportunity arises. It's not something I'm seeking out, but I do have a lot of female content creators I'd love to work with.
Now, would you ever attend a content party?
Yes,
And
if everything lined up timing wise and travel wise,
mhm,
then yeah, I probably would.
mhm. Okay, then, most definitely. So, um, when it comes to your boundaries,
Hmm.
how important is to express your boundaries to your mate or what have you? Because a lot of times, um, ladies don't express their boundaries enough before they do shoots. Please speak to that.
Okay, that I can speak to personally and business wise. I have no problem expressing my boundaries. I'm a very blunt person and will be upfront and honest with you. So those expectations are set, and everything is clear and concise. So expressing my boundaries is not an issue, at least for me. With my partner, with my previous partners, and I've been approached by a couple of people in the industry, and they've asked me my boundaries, and I've
Mhm.
had no problem expressing that to them.
Okay. Yeah, because like I said, even with dudes, and I said this before, we sometimes be scared to say shit, and then when you hit that trigger moment, the scene goes left, quick,
Oh yeah, no,
real quick.
I'd be the one to absolutely state my boundaries, state what I can and cannot do, um, because I'd rather be upfront with it,
Mm-hmm.
and I have no problem talking about anything sexually based. So
Mm-hmm.
I would be upfront, probably the first one to talk about it, to make sure the other person knew what was going to go down, before we even started making content, so we can make the best content, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and get it done in one or two takes.
Yeah, because I mean, I ain't gonna front the best scenes when you're straight through, you ain't got to cut nothing.
Exactly.
So if anyone tried to hit you up and wanted to do content trade or what have you, what do they need to have in place? How they need to approach you? What they need to say to you for you to consider it?
Just approach me as respectfully as you can. Don't come through my DMs on Twitter saying, "Hey, I want to fuck you."
Oh
And
God.
that, yeah, because that's like a ton. That's why I have on my Twitter page no free chats, you know. But I've
Mhm.
had a couple of creators come to me with that kind of, oh hey, let's just fucking trade content. I'm like, no, that's not happening. Not with the way you came across. Come across to me
Mhm.
as a business person. If we're looking to create content together and make money off of it, come to me as this, a business associate. That's how I would want, and mutual respect for what we would create.
So when you're about to do a scene, let's say you're about to do a shoot, what have you,
Hmm.
where do your mind go when you're about to do the shoot?
Um, my mind goes to one, where I'm positioned, because my body can only do so much. Two, making sure that everything is pleasurable for both myself and the partner, uh, so we can create that natural chemistry and energy in the recording. Um, and just making sure everyone's on board in the room. Whoever, if we're shooting
Mhm.
privately, then that's one thing. But if there's other people there filming us, to make sure they're on board on what we want, to make sure everything is stated clear before even starting.
Oh
Hope
yeah.
that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. You hit it right on the head. Now I'm gonna ask you a question. Do you do meetups?
No, I do not at this time, just because I don't have the time, in my personal life to
Okay then.
do
Okay
so.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's something that you opposed to in the future, or and if you
Oh,
did do meetups, what would be the circumstances for that for fans to meet you up face to face?
it would be, first, of course, payment is up front. I wouldn't be doing it for free.
Yeah.
So I am up for it in the future when my
Hmm.
life gets sorted out and calms down a little bit.
Hmm.
Um, and testing would be my first go-to. They would have to provide, STI test results up front before I would even book with them.
Hmm.
And I would express my boundaries, and I would expect them to express the same, and what their expectations were of what they
See,
wanted from me.
mhm. Do you think? Now I'm gonna ask you this question: do you think meetups help your brand and increase your money, or it's the porn that does that versus the meetups?
Um, that's a really good question that I don't have a definitive answer to. I see, I see, people like I mentioned, Jenna James, they do meetups with fans. And I've seen,
Mhm.
a couple other the creators that we mutually follow do
Mhm.
meetups. And I think it works for them because
Mhm.
they are more popular than I am right now,
Mhm.
which is awesome.
Mhm.
Um, that's why I would probably wait until I was a little bit more well known to
Mhm.
do so. Just because of what's in my DMs too, is that it's
Mhm.
just random guys wanting just a free fuck,
Mhm. Yeah.
and I'm
So,
not down for that.
oh no, 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 no. Pussy is never for free. Dick is, but
Exactly.
pussy is never for free. But dick is free. Trust me, fellas. You can sit there and say, "No, it ain't." No, no, fuck it. Yes, it is. It's for free. They ain't got to spend a dime to get ours or time. They just got to make a phone call. We there with a hard dick in the hand. I'm just being honest.
Yep.
So, so it's like because like I said with me, because like I said, when I got the business, things was kind of like different, because you didn't have cell phone, you didn't have social media.
Hmm.
um which social medias do you use to promote your content and your OnlyFans, and how have you figured out how to navigate each one so you can get the most out of it?
Okay, so I pretty much left Instagram. There's too much BS going on with them, and they keep flagging my content, even though I'm fully covered. They keep attacking BBW women, plus size
Yeah.
models, anybody with extra skin or extra bellies or whatever. they attack. So I pretty much left Instagram. I'm mainly on Twitter promoting my stuff, because, you know, Facebook owning Instagram, I wouldn't go on Facebook. Plus, there's too much family on Facebook, so I don't want them seeing everything I have there. But yeah, no, Twitter seems to be where I'm expanding the most. I've made more connections with fellow content creators such as yourself, and I've been able to get a couple more fans off of there because the retweets that my fellow content creators do for, you know, us mutually, that seems to be getting more views and more oh my gosh, more engagement. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, more. It seems to be more engaging on Twitter than any other platform.
Well, I mean, for the most part, because Twitter, they make too much money, and they understand where their bread is buttered. Because
Yep.
sex workers use it a lot.
Yep.
And everything, and plus, eventually, I know they were talking about doing super follows to where people can pay to get something like OnlyFans anyway.
Yeah, I saw that the other day too. Yeah.
So that's why I said, trust me, nah, it's actually OnlyFans is probably thinking
Yeah.
a lot of these companies about to be sad with Twitter do that. Trust me, about to kill it.
Absolutely.
It's about to kill it. I'm not even going to front. So, but the only thing I know is from my experience, ladies that do it all make the most money. So, but you got to do it all in reason. That's what I tell them.
Yeah.
So, so most definitely. So tell everybody where they can find your content, find you, and follow you.
Okay. You can find me on Twitter personally at Kitty Cat Phoenix. So KITTYKAT_Phoenix. And it has all my links on there, but my two fan pages are OnlyFans, same screen name, and on just for fans, was it just for fans, and same screen name there. All my content is on both platforms. So just for fans is a membership, and you get everything for one price. Where OnlyFans is now free, but you're paying for the videos.
See, there you go. And Miss Lady, I plan to bring you back because I want people to see your journey in this business. That's why I want to bring you back. We're gonna do some episodes, have you become a smoke buddy because that's my co-host. And I want to say thank you for coming.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hold on before you click out.
Okay.
Life is a learned experience. What's the point of the experience? You didn't learn anything. Smoke this over. Thank you for coming to the lounge, Mama.
All right. Take care.
Take care.